Good evening. It's wonderful to be back with you again, isn't it, Ronnie?
Yes, indeed it is. And in a packed programme tonight, we were to have met Elasto, the India rubber man, but unfortunately this afternoon he slid down the banisters and erased himself.
Later in the show, we will be having a live link-up with Britain's rudest doctor, direct from his Harley Street insulting rooms.
But first the news. Hamilton Breakspear, the heavyweight boxer who's been knocked out in every fight in his career, was admitted to hospital today, suffering from a cauliflower bottom.
And news tonight that the Army Junior Leaders expedition to Borneo has suffered a sad depletion of numbers. Cannibals have already had 3 hard-boiled sergeants, 2 half-baked corporals and a raw recruit.
The anonymous pools winner who fainted at the news of his giant win and fell into a vat of plaster of Paris is today said to be set for life.
Colonel Bill Lomax, the world's greatest elephant tracker, was buried today. In future, he's decided not to follow so close behind the elephant.
And finally, Andy McGowan, the sailor whose family kept a light burning for him in the window for 30 years, returned home to Perth today to one of the biggest electricity bills ever seen.
And now a sketch about a hiking holiday in the Lake District in which I go with a girl who works in Bristol and has a large pair of boots.
And I go with a girl who works in boots and has a large map of the area.
Yes, well, if you and your friends want to get in the council house list, I have to have all the details, you see.
Oh, yes.
Otherwise, you'll get... There's 5 of you at the moment living in the one-bed system.
Oh, yes, there are 2. Yes, there are.
Only we get a lot of people in here, you know, with fictitious names and funny occupations. You've got to be ever so careful, you see.
Oh, yes. Well, I got them all down here, you see.
All right, then. I'll have all their full names, then. Who is the first, then?
Junior.
Junior. He's the youngest, is he?
No, that's his name, Junior.
Oh, yes. Well, what's his first name?
Sammy.
Sammy Junior, yes. Is that his full name?
No, he's got a middle name, Davis.
Sammy Davis Jr.? What, Sammy Davis Jr. wants a council house?
Well, a flat will do.
Oh. Tell me, what's he like?
Oh, he's a very tall blonde bloke with black hair.
Doesn't tap dance, does he?
No. He wouldn't be any trouble.
Now, who's next?
Stewart.
Surname?
How do you mean?
Surname, like, Granger. Stuart Granger, for example.
Oh, yes, that's it, yes.
Guess what?
That's his name, yes.
What, you're telling me his name's Stuart Granger?
Oh, no, he's not a film star. No, he's just played Stewart.
Oh, I see.
Yes, Rod Stewart.
I see. What's his occupation?
Singer.
Ah, singer.
Sewing machines, he repairs them.
Next?
Taylor.
Taylor. First name?
George.
Oh, it's a nice, easy one this time, isn't it? George Taylor.
No, his name's not Taylor. He is a tailor.
Oh. All right. He's a tailor and his name is George,
yes.
Right? George what?
Gershwin.
George Gershwin.
That's right, yes.
Tailor. Next?
Howard.
Howard.
Yes.
What's this going to be, Frankie or Trevor or something like that?
No, just Howard. Howard Hughes.
You telling me that's his real name?
No, that's not his real name.
Well, why does he call himself Howard Hughes?
Well, he wants people to think he's rich, you see.
Oh, I see. What is his real name?
Paul Getty.
Don't tell me his occupation is oil.
Yes, it is. Yes, he drives a tanker.
Any more?
Only me. My name is Irish, so I better spell it.
All right.
It's Sinatra. That's pronounced Sinatra.
I know how to pronounce Sinatra, don't I? See, I suppose your first name begins with F, does it?
Yes, it does. Fred. Fred Sinatra. Now, I'm very proud of that name, because that is half of a very famous film star's name, that is.
Oh, you don't say. I wonder who that could be.
Fred Astaire. Fred Sinatra.
Yes, all right, I see that is. All right, Mr. Sinatra, we'll let you know as soon as the council house becomes available.
Oh, thanks very much. Who should I contact? Should there be any queries?
Me.
Oh, what's your name?
Hope.
Hope? Oh, Bob?
No. Yes?
Give up.
That's it.
Give up, Hope?
Yes, that's it.
Good evening. My name is Sir Hector Walnut Place, but you can call me Sir Hector Walnut, as I often lose my place. In fact, you can call me Sir Hector, as I've just had a Sirhectomy. And I've lost my remaining walnut. Now, I represent the Council of Knowledge, Enterprise and Universal Planning, or COCUP. Now, what is Coke-Up for? Well, we exist to plan things. Our job is to approach everyday objects and institutions that are working perfectly well and completely redesign them. This keeps millions of otherwise useless people in a job and you, the public, benefit. Here, for example, over here, is our new experimental traffic system for London. Now, Oxford Street here, Oxford Street will be one way northwards, Downing Street will be one way southwards, and Upping Street will be two ways downwards. Heath Row will become Rotten Row, which should cause quite a stink. However, that will be dealt with when Gatwick becomes Airwick. It does mean, of course, that all air traffic will be tremendously well stacked. And speaking of tremendously well stacked, here is a tourist map of my secretary, Miss Wanda Knightley, showing the main points of interest. She only knows one way southwards and 64 ways east to west. Well, back to the drawing board. Back to the drawing board. There's 65 ways. I'd forgotten that one. Now, we at Coke-Up have decided that we get more efficiency if we link up certain pairs of institutions. For instance, Guy's Hospital will join up with the Dolls Hospital to form Guys and Dolls. Kensington Evening Institute will join Mincing Lane for an After Eight Mints. And St. Thomas's will join St. John the Divine to make a Divine John Thomas. Now, we haven't reorganised the counties for at least a year, so we're going to have another crack at them. Now then, for instance, this... I'm sorry, I've been rather overworking lately. Now, Yorkshire will join Cornwall to form Corkshire and Yarnwell. Kent will join Dorset to make Dented Corset. And finally, Flint and Bucks will get together to make one county called Naturally Blint. Well, I hear you say that's all very little and large, but what are we chaps in Coke-Up going to do about architecture? Well, let me unveil some of our latest plans. Now, we've had a lot of complaints about tower blocks. People say they'd rather live in cottages, so here's our solution. The 10-storey cottage. Here we are. Here's the privy and the garden. There it is. The only trouble is you have to stand on the seat to pull the chain. We also aim to make buildings fit in with their location. Here, for example, is the new Sandwich Town Hall. And here is the Leek Post Office. Oh, here we have only part, I'm afraid, of the Hampton Court VAT office. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to show you the rest of it. No, it doesn't end there. It doesn't end there. Nothing is too small for our attention. We are going to redesign all the familiar everyday objects. Now, here, for instance, is our new unbreakable glass. Look at that. We're now working on the unbreakable hammer. You see, it's all the matter of imaginative design. Now, look at this revolutionary telephone and carafe. Now, excuse me. Hello? Yes? Oh, I see, Wanda. Yes, thank you very much. Yes, that was Wanda, my secretary, reminding me it's time to take my tablet. Yes. On second thoughts, I'll take it later after I've had my leak. Now, our boffins never rest from the task of improving your lives. Now, over here, you will see a nice little beauty here. This is the very last word in mousetraps. Now, it costs less than £5,000 and consists of an electronic field detector here and an ultra-sensitive photometer here and a high-voltage laser gun there, you see. So the mouse comes in through this little hole here and goes through there and under there and finds the bait, which is a tiny piece of British rail pork pie, which, of course, it eats. Then it dies, so you don't need the laser gun. Unfortunately, the hole for the mouse is rather too small, but we are working on that. We are redesigning the mouse. That's what it's going to look like. See, very... Oh, sorry, that's a mouse dropping. Well, there it is. If you have any suggestions, do call in anywhere you see this sign. You can't miss it. It's 100 feet high. That's right. It's an almighty Coke-Up. Good night.
This week's special offer is our own brand butter at 48 pence per pound.
Yes, you see, so I was just going over this grating near the ghost train when suddenly my dress blew up. What, exploded?
No, Daniel, not exploded. No, the draft blew my skirt right over my head.
Oh, that must have been very frightening.
Well, I think it was. Nearly scared the pants off me. Well, I thought I might be recognised.
Who recognised you, dear, with your dress over your head? Except perhaps the Coleman. I wonder where it come from.
Oh, I got in the sale.
No, not the dress, dear, the draft.
Oh, the draft. Well, they always have that sort of thing at fun fairs, don't they? They're supposed to add to the jollity, isn't it? You ought to take George along. Might get him going.
Wish this queue would get going, dear.
Yeah.
It's awfully slow. It's more very tedious. I'm very worried, you know, dear, about George's liver.
Oh, dear. What? Has he been up the doctor's with it?
No, it's in the oven. George at home, dear, in bed. Same old trouble.
Laziness.
No, his stomach, dear. Somebody's told him you can die of indigestion.
Oh, dear. I bet that put the wind up him.
I'm keeping well out of the way, dear, till it blows over.
Go on, we're going.
Oh, yes. I wonder if we're in the right queue. You know what we ought to have done, dear?
Yes, brought sandwiches.
No, we ought to have got George and Sid to do the shopping for us, dear.
Yes, why can't they be like other men? Look, why can't they be that nice man like that, look, with a beard? Look at him.
He was clean-shaven when he came in.
Yeah, do you know what Sid said to me one day when I asked him to do a little bit of shopping? Do you know what he said to me?
Aerosols.
Well, you're very close. Very.
No, dear, I've got to get an aerosol for George painting or something. You know.
Oh, have you?
Oh,
Is
yes.
it going to be off-centre, dear?
No, not off-centre. He's just messing about the legs of the sideboard, you know, touching them up and things.
Oh, yeah. Sounds a bit off-centre to me.
Oh, dear.
Mr. Ross, check out other freezers.
Oh, dear, I hope it's not going to be long here, dear.
Why?
I want to go somewhere.
Oh, do you? For your holidays? Where are you thinking of this year?
No, not me holidays, dear. No, I want to be... The lady... Is there a place here?
Oh, well, there's the commissar. Let's ask him.
Excuse me. Ooh, that's good. Ooh. Is there a place in here, dear?
Of course there is, madam. On the fish counter.
Give me a bit of carboiler there.
No, we don't mean that. I mean, we want to be... Is there a ladies, you know?
Ah, well, there's quite a queue, love.
How big is it?
Normal size, seats one.
I hope you're giving tuppence off.
Leave off, dear. I'm not going to spend a penny. This queue, dear, where is it?
You're in it.
Oh, dear. I don't even want to go.
See you. Yeah, all right then.
Come in. Old Trey. Oh, go, come in. What's the matter with you? Come in.
How are you, George?
Oh, I'm not so well. I've got all limp and wobbly.
Yeah, Ede was telling me, yeah. Have you seen my crash helmet at all?
Your crash helmet?
Yeah, I must have left it here when I came to visit you earlier on today.
Is that all you can think about, your crash helmet, when your poor old mate's on his last knockings?
Well, that crash helmet cost me £10, didn't it? You know that?
I'm very worried, Sid. I mean, the doctor said it's only indigestion, but I don't believe that. I believe it's more than that. I've got pains, burning pains all across my chest and belly.
Well, maybe it's worms.
Worms?
Not too loud. A lot of fishermen live round here. Is this what the doctors give you, then?
Yeah.
Oh, must be good. It tastes horrible.
That's because you're supposed to rub it on. Says there, look, says there external, doesn't it? That's Latin for outside, that is. You've seen it in the pictures, ain't you, up behind the gents there?
Yeah. Well, it's got quite a nice aftertaste, as a matter of fact. I'll rub some on for you. What you probably could do, you know, is a bit of a rest. That's what you could probably do.
Yeah. Wish I had a job, now I could have gone sick.
Listen, what's these marks there, these
Yeah,
stamps?
birthmarks.
Look like beer stains to me.
No, of course they're not, they're birthmarks.
Well, how long have you had them then?
Since I was born, you twit.
Right, here, look, they're coming off.
Oh, are they? Here, that's an omen, that is. That's the body's way of telling you it's all over, that is.
I reckon you've got the same as that Alf Pierce had, you know, all that weak and burning, what's the name, wobbly thing, you know.
Really? Who's Alf Pierce?
Alf Pierce down a pub with a dog. Stuttered.
Dog stuttered?
No, Alf Pierce stuttered, didn't he? Only when he talked, like, you know.
Oh.
You must remember, you chipped in with his funeral fund, didn't you?
Oh, I don't... Funeral? Did he die then?
Well, I hope so. We got him in a nice reef and everything. What's the matter? Are you taking a turn for the worse, George?
Yes, this is it, isn't it? It's the end of the road for me, this is. I should never come out of this bed.
Listen, I don't like to hear you talk like that. There's nothing wrong with you, fit as a fiddle. You're as strong as a proverbial what's-name ox, you are. Now, listen, I'll see you later. I'm off down the road.
Where are you going then?
I'm going to put my black suit in the cleaners.
Oh, God, blimey.
Oh, here's my crash helmet down here.
Oh, that's what it is. I thought I'd never seen one. I thought it was a new idea to have straps on them like that.
Yeah. What? Yeah, there's a bottle of beer this your side of the bed.
What's that doing there?
Well, at the moment it's lying outside pouring into your slippers.
Oh, my one last little luxury, that's all. Here, I'll tell you something, Sid. See that coat hanging on the door?
Yeah.
That's yours.
No, it's yours.
No. I mean, when I'm taken from you, I would like you to have it.
Oh, no, I couldn't do
Now,
that.
go on. That would make me very happy. Go on, now, let's see you. Let's see you try that out. Go on, try it.
You can't half smell the quality, can't you, eh?
Come from Savile Road, that did.
Savile Row, you mean?
No, Savile Road, Brixton. Yeah, it's perfect. Look at that, yeah.
No, I think it's a bit in the roomy side, ain't it, George? A little bit.
Well, I suppose it is. I can't understand that because it was supposed to be made to measure, you know.
Yeah, but this is probably measured in inches. I'm centigrade now, aren't I?
Here, I've got one request of you, Sidney.
Yeah.
When I go, I want to go in a Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
I ain't never been a Rolls Royce.
No, wouldn't I have I been a Rolls Royce, George?
Well, there we are. You see, that'll be the first time for both of us, won't it?
And the last time for one of us.
Oh.
I tell you what, when poor old Alf Pearson's put down, he only had a kind of station wagon kind
Did
of
he?
thing, yeah.
When he went, was it quick?
Oh no, only travelled about 5 miles an hour. They all
And when he passed by on the other side, I mean, was he quick? Did he suffer at all?
Oh no, he was here 1 minute, gone the next. I mean, he was down the high street, stepped off the pavement, ambulance came round the corner, bosh, that was it, all over.
Ambulance?
Yeah, bit of luck really, being knocked down by an ambulance, I think.
Oh, blimey, you've been sitting here watching me die, ain't you?
What's the
Come on,
matter?
take that coat off for a start.
You feeling better then? You
Well,
look...
of course I'm feeling better now I know he didn't die of stomach pain, did I?
Oh, he didn't die of stomach pain. The stomach pain was years ago, and the work's out in.
Oh,
6
God.
pints of brown ale, he was right as rain.
Yeah.
Where are you off to then?
I'm down the pub to get me medicine. Come in.
Oh yeah, all right.
Come on.
Good morning, Mr. Rupert Baird.
Yes, that's correct. That's me.
I wonder, could I have a word? I'm from the BBC. I'm on the team of Nationwide. The story is up there. Although your name is Rupert Baird, you're really Rupert Bear.
Well, there we are. My secret's out. I'm glad for all our sakes. Come, let's sit down. The weather's fine. We'll have some tea and cakes. It's true, my mummy's name was Baird. She could have called me Freddie. She didn't want a girl or boy. She was hoping for a teddy. So while she was expecting me, her darling little Bruin, she just sat reading Rupert's books and drinking Mother's Ruin.
I see, so when you came along, she didn't think it funny to bring you up as Rupert Bear.
By no means pass the honey. She dressed me in a yellow scarf and trousers with big checks. She taught me how to speak in rhyme and not to mention sex. When we played soldiers on the lawn, instead of Colonel Bogey, Teddy Bear's Picnic was our tune. You asked my brother Yogi.
A brother? Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, yes, in fact, I've two. One's hardly out of nappies.
And what do you call him?
Two. My sister's 20 and she's become more civilized, you'll find.
I see, a sort of girl in front, but with a bear behind.
Her name is Sheba and she wears a fur coat, sleek and black. And when she hugs, she has been known to break a fellow's back.
But what of you? Do you ever dream of a life more rich and fruity, of lying on some bearskin rug with some young bearskin beauty?
Oh, no, I'm a good boy. And I do what Mummy says I should. I eat my greens and I avoid the fairies in the wood.
But tell me, Rupert, do you have a special sort of mother to bring you up this way?
Why, no, she's just like any other. But like all mummies and their kids, she's proud as proud can be. Come, let's go inside and meet her, if you finished up your tea. Oh, here she comes. I've had my tea and got a nice full tummy. This man's from Nationwide, and he's had all the honey money.
Thank you very much. Now, the joke I'm about to tell you tonight, I can say with complete confidence, is rather priceless. Now, I can say that, because we had it valued by Arthur Negus just before we came on. He put it at early 16th century and possibly one of a pair. The other one is Bernard Manning's act. No, that's not true. No, it's not true. I'll be honest. This joke was actually told to me just after lunch today by our producer as he was being carried down from the bar. Incidentally, I'm making a little rule for myself. I'm not going to make any unkind remarks about our producer's drinking anymore, because I don't think you should mock a man's religion. And And he's rather a sad history in his family. He's had rather, family troubles through drinking. I mean, his father, poor soul, used to suffer from an awful lot of hangovers, and he was put on a course of Alka-Seltzer tablets for 6 years. He had 12 tablets every day for 6 years. One day he jumped into the bath and dissolved. Having been told this joke at somewhat short notice, I haven't actually had time to try it out yet on the camera crew. It's a BBC rule that before you're allowed to do a story on television, you have to tell it to the cameraman first of all, you see. And if one of them laughs, you have to go away and clean it up. It's just... it's like being back at school, really, all the rules and regulations, Anyway, this story tonight is a little football story, actually, so it's rather nice because it'll appeal to soccer enthusiasts and Fulham supporters alike. It concerns... It's a little bit too near Shepherd's Bush for that joke, I thought. Anyway, sorry, excuse me if I seem a little... I'm moving uneasy on this chair tonight, but I'm a bit frightened that it might give way under the weight because, I've had this, you may have noticed, I've had this for 50 shows now, and the legs are starting to crack around the back here. And I decided it was time, for a new chair, so I went up to see the BBC's head of comedy. Well, they call him the head of comedy, actually. It's a man who sits behind a desk all day long with a false nose on. Once a month, he calls all the top producers into his office, They watch his bow tie spin round. Little morale booster, I suppose. So anyway, I went to see him the other day, and he said to me, Archie? He said, I forgot to tell you, he still thinks, I'm Archie Andrews. And he... it's a little white lie I had to tell him after last year's Christmas party, when he caught me sitting on his secretary's knee with a hand up the back of my shirt. Anyway, Archie said, if you want a new chair, you have to put in a claim to the Director General. So I did what he said. I wrote to the Director General about the chair being cracked, and the following day he sent me a tube of glue together with a memo which reads, it says, from the DJ. It says, that's what they call the Director General. He likes to call himself that, the DJ. Dear Mr. Corbett, he said, re your complaint about the cracked chair. Please contact our props department and they will tell you where to stick it. Now, I thought that pretty generous under the circumstances. And as I say, this story, I shan't linger on that very long. I say, careful where I put the glue. As I say, this story is about football, and it takes place in the jungle, which is rather interesting. There are a bunch of insects, and a few of the friends have challenged the elephants to a game of football. And naturally, everyone has come along to watch. The local cannibals are all sitting there on the touchline, eating their portions of Kentucky Fried Missionary. And the gorillas are all lumbering around with the scarves tied to their wrists, and out come the elephants and the insects, and the match begins. Now, it's a little bit of a dirty game, to be honest, because after only 20 minutes, the elephants have been booked for fouling 3 players. 2 spectators and 75% of the pitch. And the insects just can't find their form. Well, they've all been out the night before, sampling the local talent, chatting up loose cockroaches, and having a naughty time at the Beehive of Ill Repute, where they got stung for 10 quid a time. So they can't. Well, I'm sorry. They can't get it together at all. And by half-time, the elephants are leading 146-0. Then at the start of the second half, the insects make a substitution. They take off rather a slow snail at left wing and put on a centipede. Well, the match begins again, and after a few minutes, the insects are awarded a free kick. The elephants are all standing there, bunched together, in a wall, with their trunks between their legs, and the centipede takes the kick, slices the ball right through into the back of the net. Well, from then on, the tide completely turns. Centipede just keeps scoring and scoring and scoring. All the other insects go wild, they're cheering, clapping their mandibles together and wiping their tears. And eventually, the final whistle go, and the insects have won by 630 goals to 141. Afterwards, in the changing room, the elephant's captain comes over to the blue bottle, who's the captain of the insects, and he says, what I can't understand, he says, why you didn't play the centipede on the left wing in the first half. The blue bottle said, well, you see, as a matter of fact, it takes him the whole of the first half to get his boots on.
Down in leafy Dorset, ivy round the spire, there's a place where time is standing still. And twice a day on Sunday you'll find us in the choir, opposite just without it, Adam on the hill. Bringing in the harvest, bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the barley through the mill. Oh, the bats are in the belfry and the woodworm in the eaves, it's harvest time at Adam on the hill. The vestry's full of veggies and there's pansies in the pews, there's lots and lots of pippins getting pipped. And old Dr. Digby's dealing with the rather nasty bruise, where the curate caught his collies in the crypt. There's lots of lovely tourists who come from far and wide. Our quaint old English hamlets fit the bill. We've led 'em under Witchwood
and rooked 'em on the side,
we've done 'em down
and had 'em on the hill.
we've done 'em down and had 'em on the hill.
In spring it's the season for birds and the bees, and the verdure for he's an eccentric old sort. Removing his braces, he romps through the daisies, with daisies in places where daisies don't oat.
In summer it's hot and the verger's forgotten to keep his canonicals out of the sun. The heat makes him dozy and wrinkled and rosy. He'll shrivel his posy before he gets done.
When autumn is russet, the verdure does cuss it. He's sundered his gusset while casting his clouts. The winds in the autumn blow leaves round to sort 'em, but where the frost caught 'em, it's withered his sprouts.
In winter it's chilly and freezes until he observes that his finger is cold as his thumb. He's hiding his hassocks and lagging his cassocks, but still he gets icicles all round his numb. At our harvest supper there's beer for the choir, there's tea for the vicar and rum for the squire. The squire he fell over while carrying a pie.
When I cried, "That's our suppers," he said, "So am I." Our bell ringer's daughter, not feeling much soft,
Though many a clangor she's dropped in the loft,
one night in the belfry she got rather hot,
and astounded the vicar by peeling the lock. He's very short-sighted, is old Parson Brown. At christenings he holds all the babes upside down.
As he gave one a kiss, he declared it's got rather a grin on its face, and it's just like its father.
Harvest home, harvest home, and say just without, it's harvest home.
The festive bride is decked with corn and rye and wheat and barley. Vicar's wife has been and gone and made us look at Charlie.
She's pinned some barley on her coats and tied a wheat sheaf round our throats. Very soon we'll get our oats. Hurrah, hurrah, the harvest. Miss Jackson's homemade cowslip wine, it states upon the labels. It's vintage 1949, it takes the paint off tables.
Old Mother Fielder's got a rare display of apples over there, but you should see her daughter's pear. Hurrah, hurrah, the harvest. Our organist is Mr. Keys, a man of many troubles. There's water in his pipes and he's forever blowing bubbles.
His bellows, they are real antiques. His pump is full of squirts and squeaks. He sits among the peas and leaks. The vicar's looking rather pale. He's troubled with his bunions. There's green fly in his curly kale and earwigs on his onions.
Amongst the brambles and the capes, old Farmer Hayward coughs and gapes. He sat down fast and squashed his grapes.
He sat down fast and squashed his grapes. Hurrah, hurrah, the harvest. At harvest time we make the hay and a reaping we shall go. We're off in a lorry with Winnie and Florrie and Jennifer, Jane and Joe.
The lorry, it stops in a shady copse and we're out in the corn all day.
But there's never a doubt when the moon comes out, we'll all be making hay. Whoa, there's never a doubt when the moon comes out, we'll all be making hay. At harvest time we make the hay and we dance upon the green.
It's clap your hands to a cheerful band and crown the village queen. Now young Doreen's our village queen, but she can't be with us today. So a fellow called Stanley, who's not very manly, is going to be Queen of the May.
So a fellow called Stanley, who's not very manly, is going to be Queen of the May. At harvest time we make the hay and we hold the village fete. There's homemade tarts and hoops and darts, and guess young Phyllis's weight. Young Phyllis's weight was 8 stone 8 in February, March and May. Now she's 10 stone 3, and it's plain to see that she's been making hay. Yes, it's plain to see that she's been making hay. Down in leafy Dorset, I'll be round the spire. There's a place where time is standing still, and twice a day on Sunday you'll find us in the choir of St. Just Without and Adam on the hill. Of St. Just Without and Adam on the hill.
That's really all we have time for tonight, but here's a few items of late news.
Yes, a clergyman in Cardiff today announced his intention of driving prostitution underground, which is very bad news for the man in the street, but very good news for the miners.
And we've just had news that the director of the Meteorological Office has resigned. His rheumatism had started to disagree with his seaweed.
The entire staff of Pickford's packed the Albert Hall last night. Later, they all got drunk and gift-wrapped Nelson's column.
Finally, there's a shock conclusion in today's report published by the Irish government's think tank. They've decided they're wasting their time.
In next week's programme, we'll be meeting the lucky man who bought his drama-loving girlfriend selections from Shakespeare and got the complete works in return.
And I'll be having a word with the gay gangster about his fairy godfather.
Finally, a police message. Scotland Yard wished to trace a go-go girl named Fifi who had a heyday last May Day. She put a voodoo on a Zulu and she danced the can-can on a tom-tom, wearing only a tutu with a pom-pom on her lulu. She was last heard of having a bit of yo-ho on a lilo up the Orinoco.
Until next week, it's good night from me.
Good night from me.